Welcome everybody. This is whatever the fuck this is. Daniel at night. Let's just say it's Daniel at night. And I want to talk about Rand al Thor. This dude is straight having a crisis. Look, Rand. And I love your name, by the way. I'm a giant Wheel of Time fan. In fact, one of my emails was actually rand@gibraltar.net. Back in the day, the 90s. Anyways, this dude is like lamenting Phil's words about the Xbox. So Phil basically said that games like Zelda and fuck, I don't even remember the other game that Sony just released. Anyways, I'm sure you fucking ponies remember it. That's what I'll get. I'll get a couple ponies on here. Yeah, I know. Mike will be on here. Maybe, I don't know, fucking Tony. But anyways, fucking relax, Rand. Relax. Fucking single player should be dead. Fuck single player. And that doesn't mean giant story-driven games are going away. It just means you don't get to play by yourself only. It means the end of fucking this stupid shit. How fucking badass would Skyrim would have been if you added, I don't know, co-op? What if you could play through the game with your fucking friend? How about that? That would be pretty awesome. Hey, we got this fucking thing on Xbox for Skyrim. You can play with your friends. Are you telling me you're gonna be like, fuck that? Fuck that! Who wants to play fucking Elder Scrolls fucking with someone else? And fuck online, dude. Elder Scrolls Online is garbage. It's garbage. So I think the days of you playing by yourself are mostly gone. There'll be some singles. Like Rise. Rise has a multiplayer element to it. People need to stop and think, dude. Don't fucking flip the fuck out. These strong story-based narratives aren't going away. They're not going away. Games are going to have multiplayer to add legs to them. Whether that multiplayer is multiplayer separate, whether that multiplayer is adding co-op, a la Gears. Gears did multiplayer so well. I never played their multiplayer. I only played their co-op because it's the only thing I care about. It's the only thing that matters. Six Rings is your only argument. It's the only argument I need, Sean. Is that the fucking old thing? Co-op is here, dude, and fucking multiplayer's here. We've been fucking on this track for a long time. It is the end. It is over. Single player is becoming rarer and rarer as a highly successful thing. Where are your super successful single player games? Everybody's talking about it because we just had two of them. But they pale. Fucking pale in comparison to even fucking the worst good multiplayer game that came out. And there's no one in this fucking world that plays Zelda and you go up to them and say, "Hey, would you like to play Zelda with your friend? Would you like to go ahead and connect with this guy on this other thing, and he can play Link? You can play Link, and he can play Zelda, and you guys can go adventuring through the world together." Are you telling me this is a bad thing? The days of single player is over. And I'm so fucking glad. I'm so glad. There are people who will want to play all these games by themselves. Great. Fucking great. That's great that you have that option. But I want to fucking play with my friends, dude. I want to play every fucking game possible with my friends. I've never beaten a Halo without my friend Josh, who apparently decides that he doesn't want to talk to me anymore. I'm over here like, man, I feel like beating Halo. I need to fucking call Josh and see what he's doing so we can play some fucking Halo. Send him fucking went on fucking Steam, gone. Send him a friend's request, denied. Send him an email, doesn't respond. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I fuck a woman that he likes once, and he's held it against me for fucking a decade and a half. It's a joke. I only kissed a chick. It's like fucking crazy. But we've been friends for fucking since fucking 1996. And this guy just fucking disappears on me after fucking 2 decades of friendship. Doesn't even say anything. What did I do to him? Anyways, fuck my life. Rand al Thor, fucking relax, man. Software as a service. It's always been a service. That you don't lose story unless they take it out. Everything can be story-based, driven narrative. Hell, the fucking Destiny. Everybody loved Destiny, but everybody fucking just fucking lambasted the story. Is there anybody out there who played Destiny and was like, well, I don't want the story to be any better. Those people are fucking stupid. But the fucking system, the idea is there. It's there in Destiny. It's there in Sea of Thieves. Although Sea of Thieves is a little bit more create your own story. It's there everywhere, dude. We've been doing this fucking since 99 with EverQuest. EverQuest had a huge overarching story and massive amounts of lore and inner stories all together. That's a fucking software as a service right there. And you just keep on adding to games like that. That is the best fucking way to do it. So if they just came out with Forza Motorsports, right? And they said, this is the only Forza Motorsports you're going to get for a while. And every year or so, or throughout the years, the few years that this is our base Forza Motorsports, you're going to get updates to this Forza Motorsports. There's going to be engine updates. There's going to be cars added to it. There's going to be fucking cool shit added to this. And you've already bought that game. And you can invest in whether you want this fucking Lego fucking track or fucking Hot Wheels or the Matchbox fucking shit or whatever the fuck, you know, back in the day. That's your kid stuff, man. When I was a little kid, there wasn't a console war when I was like a little kid. There was later when I was getting close, when I was in my double digits age, like 10, 11, and 12. But back when I was a little kid, it was like, what was better? Fucking Hot Wheels and Matchbox. And according to my very scientific slamming cars together test, it was fucking Hot Wheels by a long shot. So anyways, you're going to see a lot more of that kind of shit. Games lasting like 3 to 5 years because they just get fucking update after update after update, and people are just keep on fucking playing these games. And Microsoft needs to get on that. They don't need to totally abandon the fucking strong narrative driven games. And they don't even have to abandon that even going into this multiplayer thing. I just think you're tripping out too much. And why the fuck do you not have a PS4? If you don't have the money, understand, right? You're like $200. I'm gonna wait, dude. I knew they were coming out. I made sure I had the fucking money. There was no way I was missing fucking PlayStation games this time. I missed them the last generation. I had a PS2 and a GameCube. I missed the PS3 and the fucking Wii. And I was like, there's no way I'm gonna do it. Then the Wii U came out and I was like, you know what? I ain't fucking touching this with somebody else's dick. So I didn't fuck with the Wii U. I really want to switch, but I've got a fucking roof to replace. I'm in the same spot just about as I was in last generation when I couldn't get a PS3. But yeah, people need to fucking chill. Rant. Step the fuck back off the edge. But do get a PS4. Those are just fucking games that you'll like to play. But the fucking single player, story driven narrative fucking games are mostly gone. You're gonna get them, right? And for those who do well, they're gonna make some money because people are gonna want them. And it's like what the Cubs did in baseball, right? The Cubs said, look, there's this empty hole of young power hitters, and we're gonna draft them all. And they drafted fucking power hitter after fucking power hitter after power hitter in the first round of the draft. And now they have quite possibly the most devastating top 3 batters in the fucking in power when it comes to power in the NBA and MLB. But originally they were going to use all that power. They got Hap too. He's doing pretty well down in minor leagues, but they've got all these bats, and there was a problem in the major leagues where there wasn't enough power bats, especially left-handed power bats. And the Cubs thought, well, we'll focus on bats because we could trade these bats later to get pitchers. And they got Montgomery trading away one of their bats. They were able to trade away one of the best fucking infielders in the minor leagues to get the closer that helped them win 2 series and fucking very nearly lost in Game 7. But I think that's mostly Madden. But there's going to eventually be a point where there's going to be a hole. And Microsoft has to recognize that they need something ready for when this hole appears. That's what Sony did. Sony and fucking Nintendo. Nintendo, I think, did it completely on accident. They both hit about the same time, but there was this desire for a strong single-player game. And all of them hit right at the same time. But Microsoft has to be ready to drop that fucking narrative-based game, that huge narrative-based game. And they can't drop it just any time. They can't just be like, let's just drop it. They gotta drop it right when it's needed. Right when there's that hole, that dearth of fucking single-player games. Because people like single-player games. And they need to hit that hole. When there's a hole and there's no fucking single-player games, that's when they gotta drop their single-player game that has co-op. I'm just saying, that has co-op. Can't have fucking... I don't want to be playing a fucking single-player game. I hate that shit, dude. Every time I play Skyrim or Fallout, I think to myself, how badass is if I was playing with my friends. My friends that I never play with and whom I can't talk to because I have 2 jobs. It's 12:57 a.m. here. I can't even do a podcast with my friends because they fall asleep when I'm awake. Anyways, peace out, Rand. Fucking relax. And yes, get a PS4. There's no fucking reason you shouldn't have one.